Ayaw.
They are well known to be able are actually a good counter against EVOS Legends as a whole.
Ooh, but Fersic actually already rotating here, not going to be taking that orange buff just yet, as Isan will just pressure him away from that, and Wise will be the one getting this little Wanderer. I thought in the early game, EVO's Legends will have a slight edge in clear and a slight edge in pressure on the map, but right now, it's Blacklist.
But yo, oh my Venus is on the Diggy, but he is not executing the Diggy feeder strategy.
Yeah.
That's actually
So
interesting.
that's why mind game ban from the side of Blacklist. Right, kind of show that they're gonna go for the Diggy play, but actually using it to actually support OM and make sure he can scale into the late game comfortably.
Yeah, I
Right?
mean that
But this is
mind
not
game.
doing. This is not going well right now. As Rexy pops the Abyssal Trap, it will be first blood picked up by Clover right here. As Blacklist International, without the Diggy Strat, without defeating Diggy Strat, has already died one time.
Yeah, you're completely right here, Mirko. But dude, you haven't told us about your prediction.
My prediction is
Yeah.
1-1. I'll be the tiebreaker. I like pick compositions. I like the early game. I like crazy stuff happening, and I think EVO's Legends can bring it up here in this game.
The Abyssal actually steals away the neutral creep.
Oh, nice. But yeah, now Rexy is just doing his job right now, trading against Isan, getting the better trade here for now.
Yeah, you're completely right. I mean, 2 minutes in, people are quite playing it quite passively here from
Very
both
passive.
Blacklist and EVOS Legends. They're still trying to secure their respective buffs here, but Turtle spawns in under 3 seconds. So we'll see what's happening in the next few seconds.
That's
But
Sonata being used, but the Flame Shot does not connect. Rexy forced to flicker away, and that's the torn apart memory only being used towards this minion. But it is the torn apart memory used before the turtle spawns, so it will be on cooldown for this fight. As Anti-Mage will not have the lead here in the lane, but that's Isan taking very low already there. But Anti-Mage, the kill he picks up by Fersic is now he kites away from Edward. Edward using the knockout strike, but Anti-Mage to the backside, going to go on to Goenus, and he gets a kill with the final blow. Now Wise is looking for a trade back, but it is 3-1 EVO's Legends, as Fersic will get away from that Paquito.
yeah, guys, what is he doing though, Wise? Oh, wait, but his friends are coming in to follow up. And as you can see here, Oheb and Clover going in on it, a 1v1 situation. But a turtle has been secured by Blacklist, guys. So this will give them an edge towards the middle game.
So unfortunate for EVOS that Fersic gets chunked so low. He almost gets picked off by Edward. Credit to him for that big play. And with that knowledge that Fersic is in the area, just went for the turtle and they secured.
Yeah, that turtle will benefit Blacklist International more if they do go for the fights while the turtle buff is active. But if not, EVO's Legends, they got a better trade-off. You know, they got a kill for that turtle, and I think if they both don't go for fights right now, it will be worth for EVO's.
Yeah, you're completely right here. But as you can see, Turtle is still 80 seconds, so they still have a lot of time here to play around the map and start roaming and dominating their respective lanes. But here you can see Benedetta already trying to push that lane, so it seems like she has that upper edge on the bottom lane here, guys.
I mean, knowing that the Alice is being protected, they might just go for plays on the opposite side, knowing that there's probably less members from Necklace over there.
Oh, but now the Holy Baptism has been used onto Rexy, and now Anti-Mage tries to join in fight with Final Blow being used to the backside, but he's going to be stunned, and now it will be OM joining the fight. It will be Anti-Mage taken down. He's looking towards LJ as Fersic tries his best to run away and kite back, but LJ taken very low is still able to get away as Clover goes to the backside. Now onto Venus, a double kill picked up. He's looking for Isan, but it will be a 2-for-1 trade for the side of EVO's Legends here.
Guys, that skirmish was hella crazy. I mean, they were trading over and over. I mean, I thought Blacklist had that upper hand, but instant response by EVOS Legends, so props to them for that.
Yeah, instant response, but remember, it isn't a worth trade right here, as it was Edward getting a lot of pressure there in the bottom side. Now Fersic will get a kill. Clover with the double kill once again. You do not want to give this man kills on the board. You do not want to give this man pull, because he snowballs like a madman on the 1-1 on the Hereth, and like we've seen yesterday on the Lunox too.
Yeah, guys, look at that KDA. He's already 5-0-0. I mean, he's ahead at the moment. But Wise tries to retaliate, and EVOS gets...
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Okay, nalugi naman ang kwan. Blacklist. Oh! Oh my God. Isa pa. Ito sa nila. Okay, naman ng pana. Okay. Okay, napitas. One hit, okay. Patay. Napitas ang kwan. Score 9. Sudah, gibastos. Hoy. Palag-palag at so.
Vibing, what is this? And teammates getting dodged. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oheb beating 2v1, making a 3v1 look easy.
That was crazy. That was nostalgic to Anti-Mage's Alice, guys. What was that? 2v1. Oh my god, that was beautiful. But look at Wise as he goes super low and gets slain by Fursic.
Such a close game, 11-9 as Anti-Mage gets traded, but it will be Oheb taken down as well, and Evo's Legends are in a pickle because it is a 1,000 gold lead for the side of Blacklist, almost 2,000.
And it's such a different game because we see usually plays.
Clover! What is that damage, my guy?
What?
It's a lot of damage.
That's
But
solo kill.
as I was mentioning, there seems to be like no dominant side for both teams. There's plays happening on both sides of the map.
Yeah, and right now it looks like Anti-Mage is just gonna, again, just go under the turret. Just try to cut this wave before Blacklist tries to retaliate for this turtle, as it will be started by Clover. And Fursic, now Oheb goes in, but does not quite connect as Fursic gets an amazing Rhapsody. Holy Baptism connects onto Clover. He's gonna get taken down, and that's a lot of damage. Tornapart memory being used, and we're not going on to Anti-Mage, looking for a kill. Anti-Mage, still running away, but he will be taken down. A mega kill picked up by Edward, and right now a 2,000 gold lead for the side of Blacklist.
I'm not sure if Evo is going for these team fights or skirmishes, or if Blacklist is pressuring them, but knowing that they have a better pick-off composition, I really don't think it's beneficial for them to be going for these 4v4s and 3v3s.
Agreed, but look at that. Abyssal Arrow connects as Wise goes onto LJ. Will be able to connect onto that with the Tornapart memory as Edward now joins in onto the fight with Fursic. Clover is still there, dealing damage to Venus, dealing a lot, but the Rhapsody will be able to pick him up. He has that 6 times, so not a lot of gold picked up by the side of Evos, and that will be a favorable trade in the hands of Blacklist International.
Guys, this is quite scary on EVOS Legends. I mean, their pick is so early game oriented, but they are getting really, really pressured by Blacklist, knowing that Blacklist, the composition, it will scale to the late game.
And Oheb and Edward is actually making
look at
huge
Rexy!
plays.
Oh my god, he goes in onto Fursic, but the stun comes down. Now Oheb will be bursted down. It will not be a kill. He has the winner destruction. Perfectly timed, but there is still that damage, and it will be a kill. Traded. Oheb for Fursic, but Anti-Mage gets another. It will be 2 for 1. Edward is taken low. LJ is trying to go in, but Anti-Mage into the backside. Final blow being used. He will be going on to Edward, but Wise is tearing it up in the backside. Going on to Clover. No damage. He'll be taken down. Rexy is next. Triple kill picked up by Wise.
Guys, this is so scary, and it seems like he's going for the last kill here on Anti-Mage as he tries to get out of this. But no, he's being slowed by Anti-Mage.
Ilang?
Ela. Iyak ang Evo sa ani. Score 9-16. Nakabawi-bawi sila. Di na sila magpataka o kinulog. Okay? Kaya nagtatag sa kanan, labay isa. Sakit na ka sa harang pana? Wala. Ikman yung patatas nila yung ibos. Okay, pitas ang second tower sa top. Okay, tansaan sila. Okay, nag-lord sila. Contest na sa pikas. Okay. Oh, na-reset ang kwan, Lord. Oh my God. Napitas ang kwan. Digi. Na-reset ang Lord. Si Rexy kwan. Naka-kuha siya. Hinahinay na sila ano. Okay. Sudla sa pakita. Patay. GG na rin. Oo. Patay na po. Kuha ng Lord. Oh my God na. Nalasit ang Lord. Okay, nangangamoy na panalo na dito. Ano? May popo at kopa. Okay, todo sila. Okay. Pakipag, urag isit. Tudlan. Okay. Top of mid na tower, wala na. Ubos na lang. And Lord is coming. Tudlan sa ismi. Asa. GG na. Sik parang patatas. Wala pa Lord. Buhay pang Lord. Wala, tower. GG. Okay. Yap.
Amazing first match, guys. First game of the match, and good game. Well played to Blacklist. Guys, any thoughts at this moment?
Any thoughts at this moment? I have no thoughts right now. Blacklist was just able to take that
Yeah.
that game down very dominantly, in a very dominant fashion against a team which was hyped up to be maybe the only one that can give Blacklist a very strong competition, give him
Yeah.
some competition, because so far they have not dropped a single game.
So what happened?
I mentioned earlier that I felt that EVOS were going for a bit too many five-man team fights, which is
Right.
not good because they went and have the Popo and Koopa and the Selena, and these are heroes that are very good for pickoffs, and they haven't been able to actually utilize this pickoff potential very well. And that could be because Blacklist are just maneuvering so well that EVOS can't find a chance to do so. But I feel like they could have really done better in trying to split up Blacklist and get those small pickoffs in the early game.
You're right. I think they should have just used their gold lead in the early game, which they got from all those team fights that they won, right? Instead of just trying to go for the team fights. Remember, it is EVOS Legends with a pick composition, whereas Blacklist went for a full team fight composition.
Oh, okay, and that's where it went wrong. Even when Lunox had the early old gold lead.
At one point, Clover had 8 kills and 2 deaths.
Yeah.
So he had damage, but when you compare that to Ohab and Edward both with about 5 or 6 kills, they just like had more in general. So
More in
if, this,
general.
if they actually split up and maybe made plays where Clover was the deciding factor, maybe they could have secured better team fights and got a better advantage. And again, start snowballing before Blacklist can even group up together and actually go for those objectives as 5.
Yeah, thing is, from Evo's Legends, they have more of a burst type of composition. They go for picks with the Selena,
Right.
with the Lunox, right? Even for anti-mage on that Benedetta, it's not really continuous damage. It's more like first initial damage with your abilities. Once the abilities are on cooldown, it is when Blacklist can start and look for more commitment to the team fights, and that is exactly what they did to counter the pick composition coming in from Evo's
In
Legends.
one point though, I really felt like even if Clover was actually very ahead during that game,
Yeah.
the majority of his damage, the bulk of it, actually went into Oh My Venus on that Diggy, which is not ideal. And I question whether that actually is part of their strategy to try and bait out this nuke, this big damage onto the Diggy, who will come back from the egg form instead of going to these big threats in the side of Blacklist in Ohab and Edward.
Yeah, what I want to see from Evo's Legends is perhaps a different style of draft, because I didn't really like the draft there. I thought, yes, like you mentioned earlier, they need someone with that potential to be a front line, right?
These fights.
And in that team composition, as we see here, they picked up already the Selena, they picked up the Popo and Koopa, and
Yeah.
also the Lunox in the first phase, right? No, actually they picked up the Granger. Those 3
All right.
in the first phase. Here,
Right,
we'll
yeah.
get it really quick here. I will just give it to you in a moment, Arashi, because I really want to talk about it. So,
Go ahead.
it is Granger, Lunox, and that Benedetta picked up as the first pick. First pick, right? Popo actually, Benedetta.
Popo,
so,
Benedetta.
I thought Benedetta should just be played by Fairsick. Repo, not Repo, Anti-Mage plays the Barretts, and 1-1 being played by Clover. That's what I think would have been better here in the situation. But again, let's just talk about the items real quick. We will have that session.
I mean, again, Ohab already with all these items, including the Winter Truncheon towards the end. So there's massive outplay potential coming out for him. And Edward on Paquito, same story, a lot of damage, a lot of tankiness as well. And they were just unable to go through him, especially since they themselves don't have a front line to kind of withstand the damage coming out from Wise on that Brody, who is doing very well himself.
Yeah, I feel like Eva's also underestimated Alice, guys. Underestimated Ohab. I mean, we don't see any.
Deadly Blade. They got a Deadly Blade. LJ made a Deadly Blade, so they didn't have to go for the NOD. But still, I think it's not enough. They need more for that.
For
'Cause
sure.
Popo and Koopa, sure, he has AoE abilities, but they're not
Yeah.
off constantly. Whereas if you put it on someone like the Lunox, who can just be putting out damage, magic damage all the time with her AoE abilities, I think it would be much more worth to get that NOD on the Lunox. But this is the post-game recap, Arashi. Tell me what you can see.
Credit to Edward for being the rich guy and the sandbag at the same time, because again, he was such a big nuisance in those team fights, actually getting knockups, being disruptive, and actually zoning out Fresic for the majority of the early game fights. Whenever Fresic wants to do some damage, Edward's just straight away up in his face, and he just was unable to go through him because it was that early in the game and he had no items yet.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the damage dealt, actually, Evo's Legends did more damage here, and that is very, very funny, as the damage taken, will be on Blacklist side, but look at the tower damage and the total healing. This is what truly matters, alright? Objective. That's what they need to see. Objectives. The kills don't matter right here, as we saw for the most part in the game. Evo's Legends had the lead in terms of kills,
Yeah.
but the objectives are what Blacklist are known for. Getting
That's
the neutral
true.
objectives, getting the objectives on the board, such as the turrets. And this will be the MVP presented to you by Smart 5G Arashi.
Yep, it is Ohab on that Alice, able to withstand the early aggression, because it did seem like Evos was trying to shut him down, knowing that he has a huge presence, he will have huge presence in the late game. But he weathered the storm, was able to find a lead, and actually towards the mid game, he was the deciding factor, and he made huge plays, flickering onto 2 or 3 members of Evos and just decimating it, while being able to sustain himself throughout the whole ordeal.
It's not
Yeah.
just because of his play in the game, but it's also in the draft, alright? They banned the Harith. They picked the Lunox. They forced him into the Alice, knowing that maybe this is his weak hero. But no, they have no
They were
weak
wrong.
heroes. That Alice performed amazingly, getting an MVP here in the first game. Right now, for the drafts, I think, personally, the first 3 bans were great. The first pick in Popo and Koopa, it was their comfort pick, and the Benedetta. I actually liked that. And then we saw the Lunox as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Those 3, I like, right? But it's in the second phase of the draft that I just dislike. They picked the Selena and the Granger. they have no front line. LJ is
Exactly.
the only front line. Sure, he is quite tanky, especially with the help of Koopa to tank some damage, but not as tanky as an actual person who builds full tanks, such
Yeah.
as the Barretts.
And
right?
considering they actually went for a lot of team fights, having a proper frontline in the situation is great to be able to actually withstand some aggression and wait for the moment. But when they do not have a frontline, they just like take everything onto their core members. Any kind of spell being thrown will immediately hit Persic, will hit Clover, all these priority members from EVOS. And so when the fight breaks out, they're just kind of weathered down at that point.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see how much of a hard time Persic had in that game, in that match.
He was zoned away constantly by
Yeah.
Edward. That was an amazing play by Edward. Not just by Edward though. Oheb also zoning Persic away, going for the kills in the
Exactly.
backside. And again, they're doing their weakness, because the Blacklist weakness is if you are able to go to their back line, you usually win. This is what happened in MPLPH. But right here, Blacklist is doing that. They are going to the enemy back line. They are trying to do that, and it is working for them. So what is the weakness for Blacklist? I think for in terms of draft, Evos can try to fix those slight mistakes, like picking the Barretts instead of the Selena, letting
yeah.
Fersic play that Benedetta, and giving Clover that 1-1. I think that will prove to be a very, very tough composition for Blacklist International. But as of right now, Blacklist seem to have no weaknesses, as they are just completely perfect in game number 1 of the Battle of the Gods. We will see in game number 2, will Evos Legends perhaps make some differences in the draft, make those little adjustments to try to get game number 2 back, or will Blacklist just completely dominate from the drafts, from the first minutes like we saw in game number 1?
Yeah, I mean, EVOS, they seem to be really caught off guard earlier in this game, but we'll see how it goes for the second game here, guys, as EVOS already has banned that Aldos, and we also see a Jawhead ban from the side of Blacklist.
You're right, and MSC now, our draft.
Hello. Okay. Second game nila. Ba nila ang Ibos, giba nila ang Aldos o Matilda. Giban sa Ibos ang pupulan ko pa. Kung modaog ang Blacklist ani, waiting na sila sa champion. Okay? First pick sa Ibos. Oh, Rafaela. Pick ka sila sa Rafaela. Giban po nila ang Estes. Okay, take ang Blacklist of Digi dan Benedita. Take ni Ason og si Sumibilos. Okay, pakita ang second pick sa Ibos. Pick by Anti-Maid. Offlane nila pakita. Maybe offlane si Ison. Oh, pick nila si Brody. Brody ang ilang core, I think. Jungler or gold. So maybe the Brody is a jungler. Okay, pick ang Haret sa Blacklist. Giba nila ang Lonox. Okay. Giba nila ang Bruno sa Ibos. Wa pa man ka-pick og marksman o jungler ang Blacklist. So, nag-ban sila kwan. Giban sad sa Ibos ang Povius. Eh, wala pa sila ka-pick sa ilang sa ka-support. Okay. Si Kanpi sa ban sa Ibos. Granger. Unsa kay mag-pick siguro ni sila og kwan. Ang Blacklist, siguro mag-pick sila. I guess si Claude. Oh, Yosun Sin. Nag-pick sila Yosun Sin ang Blacklist. Second page sa pick sa Ibos. Kung lang sila support og mid laner nila. I think para sa or si Wise ang nag-pick sa Yosun Sin. Si Edward na lang ang wala. Edward sada ang dula ni Edward ganina. Siya may nagawang. Oh! Ano kanilang kan? Nag-pick og Maskob. Zas. Zas mid. Alice. Maybe Goldlin ang Alice. Pakito offlane. Jungler ang Oh, glow. Okay, start game for the second game. Will be the winner of the second game. Against the Auga po ng Black Face natin. Okay. Good luck. Okay, o ba ng pakitog ang kan? Okay. Nagkantahan sila. Digi. Sudlan sa pakito. Nakuha nila ang purple buff. Gigamit na ng flicker. Oh. Okay. Harit. Oh. Patay. First blood. Zack. Sikmag patatas ang ibo sa amin. Wise. Oh. Napatay lang pakito. 2 versus 0. Patay sa lang si Digi. Masyado ka nang maangas sa Digi, ha? Ayan. Echeb. Okay, ang Digi. Oh. Patay. 100 gold ang lead sa kan. Kanang kan. Rotation sa Ibos. Rotation. Okay, konti sila sa turtle. Na ang Digi. Kasi glow. Okay. Glow mo rin nagtangkaron. Kapit na nila makuha. Okay. Turtle take sa blacklist. Glow. Okay. Isak, kasunod na rasad. Okay. Kita sa si Digi. Oh, napatay. Napatay sa Zack. Okay, ayos yan. Oh, double kill. Double kill. Double kill ang Zack. Ang Zack ang pan. Tara na, tara. Okay. Okay. Blow. Okay. Rapay lang. Kuhan tangke sila. Okay. Turtle. Reset ang top turtle. Okay, Edward. Okay, contest nila ang turtle. Oh, patay si Diggy. Nakuha sa ibo sa ang turtle. Okay. Ayun. Patay ang Rafaela. Okay. Akito. Ayan. Tulo. Ba? Sikpa. Okay. Ayun. Kita sa Rafaela. Okay. Patay ang blue. Five, 6 score. Oh, naset sa blue.
Kill, looking for LJ. The time journey has been popped. This anti-mage is on the backside, able to zone him away.
Oh, and
Edward
another
picks up
kill.
another. A 3-0 for Blacklist. LJ is the
LJ.
final target. A triple kill picked up by Ohem.
Yeah, it seems like the anti-mage is trying to, I guess, in somewhat trade and by taking that middle turret. But, I mean, 3 people down, it doesn't seem like a worth trade. Plus, they get an additional turret on that top side.
So I mean, there's not much anti-mage could do. So recognizing that he can't go in and just throw away his life.
He did what he could.
Yeah, he goes for what he can get, and he's trying to stay relevant in this game. Because again, we saw the other day where even when his team isn't performing as well, anti-mage can make a
Oh,
play.
he goes in.
Yeah, but apparently not
Oh
Ohem.
my
Cuts
God.
away. And that is it. What happened last time does not happen again against Blacklist. They know how to counter. They're all too slick. The reaction time was beautiful, and anti-mage couldn't get anyone in that immobilized.
Clearly, they were all
Oh
waiting
my
for the engage
God.
coming in anti-mage, and so once
Yeah.
he just went in, they were all ready. They just bursted him down, and without the winter truncheon, there was no way he was going to survive.
Once a beautiful, beautiful showman there by Blacklist International, dodging away from anti-mage's engage, as now Blacklist are just pushing on their lead. A 6,000 gold lead, about to be a 7,000 gold here for Blacklist International.
And another turret there taken by the Benedetta, by that Edward. And it seems like they are showing... Ooh, and anti-mage goes back in. Not learning from his previous mistake. Oh, but this time he gets away.
Yeah, there's not much Blacklist can do there. Again, Evo's Legends anti-mage is still very, very tanky, as there is no NOD picked up by side of Blacklist just yet.
Yeah, you're right. And you see that pressure from every lane right now. And it seems like EVOS has to, yet again, go into their defensive mode. 9 minutes in, and we see Lord will spawn in under 2 seconds, guys.
But the bulk of the kills is actually on Ohem. So if they are able to find a play and pick him off, they do have a potential to come back here. And anti-mage already with the winter truncheon available for him to make plays with.
Remember, Isan is so good on this hero right now. He's getting so many picks, getting so many AoE auto attacks here onto Evo's Legends, as it will just be Wise and Oheb trying to this turtle. I mean, time to take this Lord
Lord, yeah.
alone. Both of them. They're already getting it very, very low. A quarter health left. As Wise will just be able to pick it up uncontested once again. And it will be LJ
and
picked
he
up. Oh,
goes
and pops
in.
Zaman Force going on to LJ. That will be a up by Isan. A 1-0 as Fersic and Evo's Legends cannot win anything on the map.
And the level
Okay.
of control coming out from Blacklist International is insane right now. LG
Yeah.
didn't even get a glimpse of the Lord. They just didn't let him get any info.
Yeah, you're completely right. And as you can see, Lord will go down into that lane in a few seconds here. And already they're one man down, but he will spawn in 3 seconds. So we will see the effect LJ can have. But guys, it's not looking well for EVOS Legends as they're going in, waiting to take down that last middle turret.
You're right on Anti-Mage now. Look at all the damage he
Oh
goes in,
my
but that is
God.
going to be LJ picked up. He has to flicker away, and that is the turret getting picked up by Blacklist International. Another engage by Anti-Mage, but there's no one to follow it up, and Anti-Mage does not do damage on his own as of this moment. It looks like EVO's Legends are in a corner right now.
But look
As
at
the
that
Lord has gone.
damage.
Edward goes in for the final blow to the backside, going to be able to get a lot of damage done. But Fersic gets a kill. Anti-Mage in the middle of everything gets a shutdown, as he'll be able to get away. A 2-for-1 picked up by EVO's Legends, still staying in this game.
Okay. Good defense here by EVOS Legends. Well done by Anti-Mage. I mean, it must be great that he already sustained and took that Winter Truncheon as they were able to defend this for the first time here, guys. And so we're gonna wait. What will EVOS Legends do at the stage and what will Blacklist do at the stage? Because I felt like Edward kind of went too deep there.
Yeah, Edward went too deep. He tried to zone the people of EVO's Legends away from that turret so that the Lord can take it with the help of his teammates. But again, it is just way too aggressive. You cannot make those kind of plays, especially with so many lockdown heroes like Paquito, like
Right, yeah.
Sask, like even Brody.
Look how much damage Oheb is dealing, guys. I mean, top 3 damage
Oh
from the
my
side of
God!
Oh.
Clover gets one shot as LJ looks for a fight onto Wise. It will just be him. Bursted down once again. Tries to dash away, but the reply, it's going to be him taken down.
double kill.
Wise with a double kill.
And now 2 members down. Blacklist International has the window to actually force a fight 5v3, and they do have to engage. Very possible for them.
Yeah, you're right. 10 seconds on the clock, and the minions are already in. So I do think and believe that they have the ability to take this last inhibitor in the middle, and they're going in. Guys,
This is looking horrible for the side of EVO's Legends. As Van Force has been popped, the turret will fall on the top side. This is deja vu. 12 minutes, 2 turrets taken down. Fersic looking for something here as Venus taken low, but he still has a time journey as Anti-Mage jumps in front. It will be Clover picking up a kill, but again, all turrets have been picked up.
Oh,
It's
no.
in. It's gonna be
Oh
him
my God.
guiding away, dealing damage with his Van Force. Gonna be able to get a double kill, a triple kill for Oheb. Looking for Fersic. A Maniac will not be secured as Fersic will be able to shut him down, but already Blacklist International with a kill onto LJ. A 4-for-2 trade. Fersic is nothing he can do. Blacklist demolishes EVO's Legends in game number 2.
guys, the last minions are going down in that middle turret, and they're going in for that last tower, guys. I feel like this is gonna...
Good game kaya. Sikmag patatas ang ibos. Sigma.
Understand like how you're feeling, because there's no way you're gonna be feeling cheerful after that performance.
Rexy, he was on the ground. He was on the table doing this. I do not know about EVO's Legends right now. It is not looking good for them. The mental of these players, the mentality, will have to stay strong if they want to compete. Not just, I think looking for a reverse sweep is just miles away right now. Looking for a game, at least some competition, is going to be hard with that kind of mental state for EVO's Legends.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard, like I said earlier. I mean, EVOS Legends, they're super known to be super aggressive in that early game, and Blacklist kind of just messed that up. I mean, they were so dominant in the early game. They knew the strengths of EVOS Legends, and they kind of just like took that away. So talking about mental capacity here, I completely understand what EVOS Legends is thinking right now.
And I mean, it seems like EVOS was trying their best to actually make plays happen, but Blacklist were just so comfortable being in the situation of being pressured in the early game, and they were able to just find moments of opportunity where they really shouldn't be. And maybe this shows how the difference between a team that actually can switch it up multiple times compared